Morning everyone. Okay, short date, learn objective please. If you're doing it on a different date, just write whatever today's date is. Pause the video while you're doing that please. Press play when you're done. Right, I pre-record these videos obviously, but I have seen quite a lot of the work that you've done, and quite a lot of us are still not using the full method. Now I know that you can, on this equation here, you can very easily work out the value of x without doing all the method I've shown you. But we will be getting to this point in year 7, and that's just in year 7. They will be getting much harder, as you'd imagine, in year 8 and beyond. Okay, and in order to do these, then we do have to have some method. Okay, because these ones you can't really do just looking at. Okay. So can we please make sure, I know that it's sometimes it can seem a bit pointless, but there is a really good reason why we are using this method, because then it's in place for trickier questions. Okay. Right, we're going to start off today with, it's just the same sort of work as yesterday, but we just add, as the last lesson, sorry, we're just adding in some substitutions. Okay. So if you wanted to find, here we have x minus 2 equals e. Okay, we have to find x when e equals 9. It's a substitution question, so we just replace e with 9. So this becomes x minus 2 equals 9. Okay, and again, when we are using our proper method, okay, I can see that this is a negative 2. Okay, now remember, my aim is to be ending up with x down here on this side of the equation, and therefore I can find the value of it, isn't it? Okay, to find the value of x. So if I'm minus 2 here, in order to, I'm going to add 2 to get rid of it, isn't it? Okay, minus 2, add 2 would leave me with 0. It's called the balancing method, so do the same on the other side. Plus 2, so this would leave us with, that means I've got rid of this. Okay, so that leaves me with x, 9 plus 2, 11, x equals 11. Okay, pretty straightforward. Let's have a look at, sometimes the ones where you have divides appear a bit trickier, but again it's the same thing. So work out m when d is equal to 2. Okay, so I've written out my first equation, so underneath I'm just going to write it out again, but this time with the additional information. So m over 4 is equal to d is equal to 2. So I have to find the value of m. Now, in these ones in particular, sometimes it is easy to jump. It is easy to jump because we know we can work out pretty quickly what that is there. Let's have a little look at how we get there though. M divided by 4 is equal to 2. This is a divide. Okay, this is a divide. In order to get rid of dividing by 4, we times by 4. We do the same to the other side, times by 4. M is equal to 8. And if we look at it, 2 times 4 is 8, isn't it? Okay, so we can, you know, as we get more confident, we can do the shortcuts. Okay, as we get more confident, we won't need to worry too much about these, as long as we're understanding how we're getting there. Okay, what I'd like us to do, just to start off with, is just to have a go at these two questions, please. Okay, have a go at these two questions. We will go over them afterwards, but can you please show those full methods? So write it out. You don't need to write this part. Write out the equation, then just put in the substitution, okay, and then calculate it from there. Pause the video. Have a go at those, please. Those two. Right, so let's have a little look. Okay, so 6t remains the same, is equal to u is 30. Okay, remembering now this is 6 times t, so we need remember we want to be left with t at the bottom. Okay, so because it's 6 times t, we're going to divide it by 6, and that will leave us with 6. 6t divided by 6 is t, and we have to do the same with it. It's divided by 6, so t equals 5. Okay, t equals 5. And let's have a little look. Yes, let's just go back and check. So this is going to be 30, so 6 times 5 is 30, yeah. Okay, let's have a look at B. So we got V equals IR, so that's V6 equals I3, and remember remember this is a times between them, a times, okay? Similar to the last question, really, okay? I personally remember I like to just have my letter that I need to find, the value I need to find on the left-hand side of the equation, but you don't have to do that, okay? So we've got 3 times R, that means we're going to divide it by 3. We'd have, because it's the balancing method, we divide this side by 3. R is equal to 2, and we know 3 times 2 is equal to 6, isn't it? Okay, right, okay, hopefully that's okay, and a little bit of revision on how we did the 1 steps. We're going to go into 2-step problems today, okay? Sorry, 3-step problems. Let's have a look at the first one. So if we go 2x plus 4 is equal to 10. 2x plus 4 is equal to 10. Now the same rule applies. I want to be ending up with x on this side of my equation. Okay, x on this side of my equation. So first thing I'm going to get rid of is my whole number. I'm going to leave the value with the x till later. I'm going to get rid of that whole number. This is a positive 4. So I'm going to take away 4 from it, okay? It's the balancing method, so I'm going to take away 4 on the other side as well, okay? So that means if I go 4, take away 4, that gets rid of it completely. So I've got 2x left on this side. 10 take away 4 is 6. This is 2 times x, okay? So, okay, I do the opposite of timesing, which is dividing. So I divide it by 2. Okay, I'm going to also divide this side by 2. So again, remember I'm doing the opposite operation. Okay, so instead of dividing by 2, so 2x divided by 2 leaves me with my x. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the value of x is 3. And we can work that out. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10. It does work out, okay? Can you please, okay, call it question A. We'll go straight in with you having a go at these yourself. Question A, have a go at 2x minus 3 equals 13, please. Okay, do that quick as you can. Do the full written method, please. Okay, pause the video while you do that. Right, so let's go over it again. Here's your question. You write out your equation. I want to be left with x equals at the bottom. Okay, so I want to get rid of this minus 3 first. This is a minus 3, the value, that minus gives us the value there. So because it's a minus 3, we're going to add 3 to it. It's the balancing method. We balance it out, we do add 3 on the other side. Now we're left with, so let's go rid of those. 2x is equal to 16. Okay, to divide, this is 2 times x, so I'm dividing by 2, doing the opposite operation. It's the balancing method. 2 on the other side, x equals 8. Okay, good. Right, hopefully we're fine on that. Remember, just pause the video, go back, rewatch, please, if you're struggling with these, okay? So 3 plus 2x equals 27. Doesn't matter that my 2x is here. Previously, we've been more used to seeing it there. Same rules apply. Okay, I want to still be left with x on this side of the equation to find out the value of it. Okay, so here, so that means I want to get this 3. It's a positive 3. There's no sign in front of it, so that tells me it's a positive 3. So I'm going to take 3 away. It's called the balancing method. Take 3 away. Okay, so that leaves me with 2x on this side. So I've got 2x equals 27 minus 3, 24. 2 times x. I'm going to divide by 2. It's the balancing method. I did the same on the other side. X is equal to 12. Okay. Now, as we get faster with these, I wouldn't expect you to always put the divides on this side, okay, when you can see it. But for the time being, let's just work out exactly what we're doing with it, okay? Can you please have a go at next question to do? Okay, call this question B. 9 plus 6x equals 33. Full workings out, please. Pause the video while you do that. Right, let's have a little look. So, again, we want to be left with x down the bottom. So, the first thing I want to get rid of is the 9. So I'm going to put minus 9 there. Because this is the balanced method, so I'm going to put a minus 9 on the other side. Okay, that leaves me with a 6x. 33 minus 9 is 24. This is 6 times x. So to get to x, I divide them both. Divide that by 6. It's the balanced method. I do the same on the other side. X is equal to 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Add 9 is 33. Yes. Okay. Right. Let's have a look at wheel 44 is equal to 5m plus 4. Okay. When you get now, my preference on these is always just to swap it over. 4m plus 4 is equal to 44. But you don't have to. You can just work out m on this side of the equation. But I prefer to just sort of swap them over because this is the way I'm used to working. So again, once I've done that, it's really, really straightforward, isn't it? I want to be left with m down here. So I want to get rid of this positive 4. So I'm going to take 4 away from it. It's the balanced method. I'm taking 4 away. So 5m is equal to 40. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. M equals 8. Okay, good. Right, have a go at this question, please. Okay. Question C. 15 is equal to 4y minus 9. Pause the video, please, while you do that, okay? Right, okay, so again, when I'm doing this, I'm swapping them over. You don't have to. This is a negative 9. This is a negative 9 here. So to get rid of it, I have to add 9 to it because I want to be left with y at the bottom of my equation. Okay, to find the value of y. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. Add 9 to both. So that gets rid of those. 4y is equal to 24. Divide them both by 4. Okay, divide them both by 4. And then we get y is equal to 6. 24 plus 24 take away 9 is 15. Yep, that's correct. Right, okay, good. Now, the slightly trickier ones are the divides. So say, for example, I've got n divided by 3 minus 3 is equal to 4. Okay. The same rules apply. If I want to find the value of n, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this minus 3. Yeah, this minus 3 here. So I'm going to add 3 to that. Okay, add 3 to that. If I've done that, I need to add 3 on the other side. It's the balancing method. So now I'm left with n, sorry, hang on, get my things mixed up, n divided by 3 is equal to 7. N divided by 3 is equal to 7. Now this is what n divided by 3 equals to 7. This is this, yeah. So this is a divide by 3. So it's divide by 3. So we have to do the opposite, which is times it by 3. Times it by 3. And what you'll find then is n is equal to 21. Okay, so you can do it this way if you want to, just times it by 3 like that, and you can see 7 times 3 is 21. So again, I'm quite happy if you occasionally just to sort of to jump to that n equals 21 in these cases, because I can see that you've got the idea. Okay, but if you want to write it out like that, please do. Okay, have a go at this one, please. Have a go at this one. Important that we have a proper go at these, please, okay, rather than just waiting for me to do it for you, because you will not be learning anything otherwise. And I will, okay, equals 2. Pause the video, have a go at that, please. Okay, good, good. So let's have a little look. Again, I want to be left with r, don't I, down here, the value of r. So I'm going to get rid of this plus 7, sorry, it's minus 7 by adding 7 to it. It's the balancing method. So I have to balance that out and do the same on the other side. So I now got r over 6 equals 9. I could just do 9 times 6, oh, it's 45, can't I? But let's just have a little look. This is divided by 6. So I'm going to times by 6, okay? To do the same the other side, r equals 54. Let's just check. 54 divided by 6 is 9. 9 take away 7 is 2. Yeah, it does work out, okay? Right, I'm just going to show a couple of examples of ones dealing with negative numbers, okay? Dealing with negative numbers. So say if we got, I'll tell you what, I think I'll just jump on to that one. So let's do with, because there's a couple at the end I want you to do today. 5x, is that add 16 equals 1, okay? So again, the same rules apply. So we're not going to do anything more than this today, these sort of questions. So to get rid of the pos, I want to be left with x at the bottom, remember? So we need to do a negative 16, negative 16. So this is just, we just got to be a little bit careful here. So 1 take away 16 will give us minus 15. So we'll have minus figures as well, okay? So now we've got 5x is equal to minus 15. So we're going to divide that by 5 to leave us with x, balance method. Minus 15 divided by 5, a negative divided by a positive will always give us a negative, okay? So minus 15 divided by 5 is minus 3. So just remember that when you're dealing with this, remember, when you're multiplying or dividing, if the signs are different, so if it's a positive divided by a negative, you'll always get a negative. If it's a negative divided by a positive, you'll always get a negative. If the signs are the same, a plus divided by a plus will always give you a plus, obviously, but you also remember a minus divided by a minus does give you a positive. So just remember that, okay? I know we have done it previously, but just remember when you're working with negative numbers, we'll do more work on negative numbers moving forward. Right, this is the work I want us to complete today, okay? This is the work I want us to complete today. Just 8 questions. It's not too demanding. Now, I know for some of us might find this a little bit straightforward, but actually I do need us to go quite slowly with this, because I know from personal experience that it can be, people can have trouble with this method, okay? But once you get it, you'll be absolutely fine. So can you have a go at those? Please write out the question, and you need to show the full workings out. I'm not happy. It's not going to be enough just to write x equals, because you can work out through the, via this, okay? Because you can work it out in your head. You have to show the method, because as I keep on saying, as they get harder, you will need that method, okay? Let me just get the extension for you a second. Right, so the extension there will be, have a go at, and some of these are quite tricky actually. Extension, if you want to do the extension, page 163, question 7, okay? If you can do these today with the proper method, we're doing absolutely fantastically, I promise you, okay? There's the extension, just in case you want to push yourself a bit more. All right, that'll do us for today then. Okay, thank you. Bye.